what does it mean to warm one's hands with moonlight? Why did you decide to use that as the title?
That's a great question because, after I got trained in doing kind of field work and using cameras and recorders, I was just very confident. I'm like, oh, this is going to be so much easy and fun. I'm going to go home and just collect a bunch of proverbs and tongue twisters and riddles. So I think when I got home one evening, I just like went to the neighbor's house. The uncle was doing some like construction work and I didn't care. I was like just sticking my microphone. I'm like, oh, tell me some proverbs or folk tales or anything. And he said, Malo ngan kirgantas nelike yom tad yemnyet, which translates as, okay, asking me is like warming your hands with moonlight. So what that's the literal meaning. Figuratively, it means, oh, I might not be the best person to ask for proverbs or tongue twisters. I was so annoyed. I went back home and I told mom, I'm like, oh, the neighboring uncle is so annoying. I asked him to tell me a proverb and he just said some nonsense and I just came back. And mom said, oh, what did he say? And I was like, oh, "Ang kirgantas nilagay yung tzad yemnyet." And she was like, oh, there's a proverb for you. That's a proverb. I was like, what? I was like in shock because I never heard of that and I didn't know. So I think that was a moment, especially when I reflected back, I was like, wow, I was so ignorant and I just kind of really thought I knew it all. So going forward, it just became one of my pillar for like, okay, like I just go as a native speaker, but with not taking things for granted. We were brainstorming about the name of the book. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I know what I want my book name to be. Because warming your hands with moonlight, like it's a humble response. But I think the story, how I collected this proverb was just like so inspiring and
Mhm.
make me even to this point to reflect myself like, okay, how much of my ignorance is coming to place in this situation and reminds me to
Yeah.
be like humble.